Taking a look at today's equity index futures markets, let's look at the Russell futures as they're finding a little bit of strength here as we move towards the close. We did see them higher throughout the day, up over 0.5% really for the most part of the trading session. But as we move towards the close, holding on to a very slight gain here, up about a point on the day. But when you look at it relative to the other major equity index futures markets, the Russell futures are showing relative strength, as the other three major equity index futures markets are trading lower by about a third, if not 0.5% today. And looking at some of the driving factors as to why the Russell futures are showing some relative strength, I think there's a couple things influencing the markets. Number one, US dollar moderating today, a little bit lower across the board here as we're seeing it drift back towards that 103.9 level. And I think that is having an impact as far as helping the small caps benefit from the idea of a weaker dollar. Couple that with the rotation that continues to unfold. Really, last week we did see a rotation into some of the other sectors in the market, industrials and consumer staples benefiting. And today I think we're seeing that continued rotation in the small caps, where small caps have been higher. I believe it's 4 out of the last 5 trading sessions, with the previous session exhibiting some selling pressure, but now we're at least stemming some of that selling pressure today and holding on to a very slight gain. And looking at the trends, with today's price action, the Russell futures are coming off of the highest levels here for the last several months, but continuing to hold up here as most of the other major equity index futures markets are challenging all-time highs. But today we are seeing some weakness across the board, with the Dow futures down the most. The Dow futures down just under 0.5%, with the other major equity index futures markets, the Nasdaq and the S&P, down about 1/3% today, giving back some of the higher price action from last week, holding just below those all-time gains. But the Russell futures are, at least for today, recovering here and showing relative strength as the markets are adjusting to the rotation taking place underneath the surface.